Who is going to land indeed? How fitting that our final series of league play in both regions comes down to a LAN qualification spot. The winner goes to Madrid, and man, is it gonna be fun. We have two really fun teams.
Welcome to the end, Jorby. And I love this matchup between the playstyles because you've got both teams here who, you know, even when you see them go 0 for 2 in the series, right? They can bounce back. Reciprocity has done it time and time again. Mouse, if you even listen to their in-game comms at all, they are screaming. Both these teams have everything, like every single second on this field is going to matter to these teams.
Absolutely. And for Reciprocity, you heard Gibbs say it on the desk, they are leading the league in defense. They give up the least goals per game. And not only that, but they also lead the league in demos. They average over 3.5, it's 3.64 is the exact number, demos a game. The next highest is at 3. So it's a massive difference.
It's a big jump, yeah.
And that has been such a core part of Reciprocity's game. And the times that they've lost are the times that they can't play that game, that they can't hunt for demos.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Well, there you go. I mean, I stole your point.
No, like, that's what it is for Reciprocity, though, because that's really all there is to say about them, because it's Ferra chasing down, you know, the defender, and then trying to have trust in his teammates just to come in with some confident shots. That's all going to come down to Shawset. And now it's a match between Speed and Shawset. Who's going to put on a performance for us and just light up the stage?
Yeah, both of them sitting at the top of the league in Big Pad Stolen.
Yeah.
Speed actually sitting at the top, far above anybody else, and I believe Shawset is in 3rd. So that is going to be a huge aspect of this match, as you know, boost is in every game of Rocket League. And we're underway. Our final series of league play. Winner goes to Madrid. Cook's first shot taken away by Shawset. Shawset has been this team's star player.
Oh, yeah.
Fruity and Ferra have had standout moments. Fruity last week hit a 138-kilometer just hyper beam.
Yeah.
Is what we're officially calling it. Thank you, James. That's popped over 1 from a lot. Speed couldn't get there. So Reciprocity have a lot for weapons.
Yeah. I mean, Shawset being the most destructive one, but he's actually pretty much the most defensive. He's so passive. He spends so much time in the backfield, always back for Reciprocity, cleaning up. He doesn't really go for a lot of the demos himself. He might get a couple of bumps here and there, but for the most part, he's waiting to strike and to find that opportunity, the opening, because you know he can find it.
Mouse struggling to touch the ball. This time a lot does get behind it. Back over to Speed. Mouse waiting for this touch from Ferra is Speed. He does find the touch, but it is Reciprocity's ball. The dump out from Shawset, maybe looking for Ferra's cut off. Now Ferra downfield again for Fruity. Broken up again. Shawset back off the corner, and Cooks will do what he can with no boost to flick that ball downfield or pop it a lot. And you heard the Chiefs talk about Mouse in the pre-show, and he's got beef with Mouse in that they just kick the ball down the field and hope that they can make something happen.
Yeah.
They've done that here in the first 2 minutes.
All of that hope is really just coming down to Speed and what he's going to do when he is down the field. Right now going for a pass against a lot. He's got a shot. Good block from Fruity. And Cooks here. Big defender for Mouse. So strong and so good at reading passes to intercept.
When Mouse do find themselves in midfield, they consistently go for those passes in midfield. But it's getting to midfield sometimes that is the issue for Mouse. Reciprocity back on their own end. We're about halfway through. Not too much fanfare. Good shot from Alot. Shawset, though, takes the save.
A good idea from Alot, but he had Speed on the other side. A lot of space as well. Ooh. Didn't take advantage of it. Tried to maybe catch him off guard with some early shots, but so far, really back and forth.
Ball right into Cooks. Ferra getting a demo on the back end. Reciprocity have to take it out from their own corner. Fruity just couldn't get possession on that first touch and tried to do what he could to recover on it. Speed, the ball taken away by Ferra. Now Ferra with control in midfield gives way for Shawset. Actually forced Cooks back on the play a lot. On the challenge, Reciprocity trying to find headway in midfield. Fruity flicks over 1. Fruity with possession.
Dribble.
One tap, tries to go around. A lot on the play. Speed takes the ball away, gets the second touch as well in the corner, but nobody from Mouse able to follow up. Mouse struggling to get the clear by midfield. They do now. A lot wins the challenge in midfield, but it's Chalsette's ball. Reciprocity continually bringing the ball down, trying to carry it out.
Exactly. They keep taking it slow, going for that dribble route as a clear. Sometimes it works out. They usually manage to get one flick around that first defender, but then whoever's shadowing it. But here's a chance for Chalsette. A bad hit out, and he puts it in.
Chalsette is able to secure a goal here off of Ferra's pass around the corner. And like you said, just Speed not able to get a solid touch, caught on the low end of the back wall.
Just need to get something better. Any form of a stall hit. At what point can you just take it slow? Not the best way to start out for Mouse. Minute and 30 left.
Mouse typically come out in game one fairly poor, although it hasn't looked exactly poor. It's not the word I would use for Mouse in game one. It's been really a struggle for consistent possession for both squads. Ferra wins that touch. Here Cooks just dumps it downfield, and he has space. And they can't utilize it. He does take some boost away, but Mouse can't grab the ball again in midfield. A lot fighting for possession with Ferra, and Speed will take control, but it's knocked away again by Chalsette. Ferra against the side. Fruity's already up, and it's blocked by Cooks. But, I mean, midfield's free right now for Reciprocity, and a mistouch off the backboard high. Mouse are struggling for resources right now. Speed gets a good touch out to the corner, but you see it. He needs that corner boost, and he gets back to the ball in time. Fruity almost took advantage.
And Cooks right there, he did have space again. Gets the first good hit, but he's just going to lose possession. Ferra's just going to come storming in, and now they've got a good counterattack opportunity.
In the corner, Speed didn't get the touch. Cooks has a little bit of space, and he ends up kicking the ball away. I think he wanted to pass, but he got demoed on the play.
Oh, no.
Shot! It's good! Chalsette! He got it for free! Right in front of the box. It's 2-0 Reciprocity.
Chalsette lightning quick to get up to this ball. Look at how fast he puts this one in. A lot, even though he's in net. So much space between him and the shot. He can't even react in time for that.
And it came off a great challenge from Ferra.
Yeah.
Speed was up for that touch. Ferra gets in the way, and the ball bounces straight off the ceiling on the top of Speed's car. A forced error, if you even want to call it that. It was just a good challenge from Ferra. Reciprocity take game one from Mouse.
All about that dribble play, taking it slow, going for the challenges. Mostly I saw a lot from Chalsette and Fruity doing the dribbling, and then Ferra's kind of just trying to challenge that midfield, be aggressive. He got even a couple times, there was an instant where he got a double demo, and that's so expected from Ferra, this man just hunting everybody.
And this goal, the first goal from Reciprocity, came off that mistouch from Speed low on the back wall. And Chalsette was ready for it. Good for Ferra to carry it around the corner, but...
And he could have left it as well. I mean, the bounce wasn't necessarily the best thing. If Speed did decide to leave it for Cooks just to get a huge clear, would have been there. But I think he also assumed it would have rolled up on that wall. That's why he was positioned the way he was. But Reciprocity, they take advantage of that. And also Chalsette, we saw that blazing shot just so fast.
And winning all those midfield challenges, you saw Mouse, they really started to feel the starvation. They were sitting back on their own back line, on their back wall, just waiting for Reciprocity to hit it to them because they couldn't challenge the ball.
Yeah.
The one that sticks out to me is Speed gets the initial touch on the backboard, tries to play it out to the corner, and he's just going, and you just don't see any boost because, I got nothing. It did buy a little bit of time, but it didn't matter because he had to make another challenge after that.
It's an interesting concept of when it's better if you don't have any boost, just to go for the challenge, go for the 50, or do you wait and try and clang it? You know, there's two options always.
Mouse like to clang it.
Yeah, that's their preference, man.
And when you already have that habit, when you're starved for boost, that habit's just going to come out because you need the long clear to buy yourself time to at least pick up some small pads.
And
no big pads.
I think it's one of those focuses where you focus more on yourself getting boost versus your teammates. Right now, if you're going for the ball, you want to give time to your teammates, not just yourself to get boost. So take the dribble, take it slowly, go for a 50. And Reciprocity, start out swinging.
Pass downfield to a lot. When Mouse get on offense past the midfield line, they have good passing. It's just breaking out of their own defensive end. Once they get pressure, they're good at maintaining the drive. The game two starts with Reciprocity in advantage. A lot, that touch taken away by Fruity. Fruity on point for Reciprocity. He's by Cooks. looking to get by Speed. He actually just pans across Speed's car. Ferra, another touch in front of the box. Cooks takes it away quickly. Mousesports, good defense in the clear from a lot. Gets them in midfield, but no one is ready to challenge this from Mousesports.
Chaussette just had a free hit there. Rotation's a little bit passive for Mouse, which is definitely something we don't see too much of. They're more of a high risk reward team, and we'll see them be aggressive. Maybe just feeling out the Reciprocity, seeing the weak points and where you need to take advantage.
Speed takes this ball away off the corner. He's actually by 2 defenders. He's got a man downfield, but the ball taken away, and he missed the midfield boost, so he's going to have Cooks come in and help out. Cooks in front of the box, off the backboard, taken away by Chaussette. Reciprocity. Throw another ball back down to Mouse territory. And Mouse back on offense. Cooks. Couldn't find a shot. A lot.
Oh.
Just punches it out. These touches aren't doing any favors for Mouse.
Going for full power. He had a pass infield, even off the backboard, but then again, it was just too strong. They're not really threading any needles, not doing too much right now, and focusing more on how can I just keep possession by booming it instead of looking for your teammates.
Carry from Speed around the corner, picked off by Ferra. Fruity's there, but it's too light. Speed takes the ball away. Ferra, midfield.
Yeah.
Blocked out by Cooks. Up high is Speed. Speed, the shot high and blocked anyway by Fruity. Reciprocity been so good managing the ball to their own corners. Clearing the ball out. High balls from Mouse, but Speed has advantage. Fruity up for the save a lot. On the left side, sends it across the box. Speed is there. He almost finds his way through. Cooks got bumped. And then Ferra racing away. Blocked by a lot.
Great job from Malat to get back there. Did not think would have enough time. Cookser did get bumped there. That's where Reciprocity will get you. You overcommit. There's going to be a bump coming through. Always looking for it.
We're really seeing why Reciprocity are the best defense in Europe. So good at catching that ball, moving it in space.
Yeah.
Where are the attackers not? And that's where Reciprocity go. That shot just above the crossbar. Ferra, light shot. It'll be easily turned away by a lot. Mouse, good goaltending.
Good dunk.
And taken away again by Cooks. High for Fruity, almost finds a touch. Chaussette has a look for free. No challenge comes. Chaussette makes them pay. 1-0 for Reciprocity.
And the shot as well. This is the second time Alpha double commit. Mouse, nobody there to challenge because they both went for the ball. Chaussette. It's all about setting this man up for Reciprocity. How can you pop it up? How can you give him a chance to shoot? They do just that, and Reciprocity in Game 2 get even closer to a free ticket to Madrid.
I believe it's Chaussette's 3rd goal. He's the owner of all the goals for Reciprocity so far. Mouse's offense is, well, it's not here. And Game 1's over, so they got to wake up here in Game 2. Chaussette, another catch. Gave himself a chance at the 50. Now Mouse with a little bit of space, and Cooks' touch. He has to fight Ferra for possession.
And Cooks had patience there, but then he didn't even go for the pass. You expected some kind of infield hit. Just too tunnel vision for them.
A lot, good catch. It's got to beat Ferra. And a lot just kept moving forward on that play. He definitely, I don't know if he expected Ferra to just let it sit there.
Yeah.
Either way, he does catch this. The last man back buys a little bit of time. Chaussette's in his face. Fruity, a shot, and it's blocked off the crossbar. Ferra, next man up, gives way for Chaussette. Off the back wall, and Mouse have the space. But a lot can't get back to it. Oh, Speed, dangerous ball. Ferra was right on top of him. Speed gets the clear down the pitch, but Mouse still need a goal. Kicked across, looking for a pass. Blocked by Fruity. Reciprocity will not let Mouse in.
Oh, there
Long
it is. Good
pass to a lot and blocked by Chaussette. What an interception. Cooks wants Speed. He's got him, but Cooks has no boost in the tank. Fruity will long clear it down the pitch. Speed, one more chance over to a lot. Reciprocity. Can they kill the ball? Chaussette will, and Reciprocity are 1 game away from sweeping their way to the top spot in Europe.
And Mouse, they have to start connecting some passes, even when they start. I feel like it's a confidence thing, really, in terms of respect. Because like you said, a lot of these hits are just straightforward clears. Maybe if you're a teammate, you're anybody on Mouse, just push yourself forward and try and anticipate that. By all means, put yourself in a position to redirect some kind of clear. And look at this shot from Chaussette. Just popped up for him off of a double commit. And these are hard to hit because there is a goalkeeper. It's not a free net to shoot at.
And it's tough for Mouse in that situation because they're both coming from opposite corners. And that shot came so fast. You can imagine both players are like, I got it, at the same time. And by the time either of you can react, you just hope that you get a solid clear on the ball. Instead, it pops straight up. And credit to Reciprocity in these first 2 games. It's like Mouse may have not been able to maintain possession, but I mean, Chaussette is playing out of his mind right now. Like, the intercepts have been crazy.
That we just saw at the last game,
The carries have been really good. The man is putting shots on target. If he has a pass available, he's going to take it. He's seeing the field so well right now, and it's so fun. It's so fun when Chaussette is playing this well because he's otherworldly. He is the best player in the league when he is at his
100% agree. And
it's just, he's not at his best all the time, but this time he is.
And they don't have any hesitation, which is what I like. Because even when there is space, you can kind of compare right now. Mouse hesitating to push forward and try and go for that challenge. Meanwhile, Reciprocity, they get the slow dribbles, and then they push up in that defensive area when they need to, and they win challenges.
So Reciprocity, 1 more game win, and they're headed to Madrid. It started off with a bang this season for Reciprocity. And had a lot of people at the end of the first 2 weeks saying it's Reciprocity, Vitality, and everybody else. Since then, a lot has happened.
But you can't count out Mouse. They have been in this situation, a reverse sweep scenario, multiple times this season. They've done it before. We've seen it with our own eyes, Jorby. They have what it takes to swing this whole thing around.
And through the tornado that is the European region, Reciprocity still put themselves in a win and in for Madrid. A minute into game number 3. Ferra. This season, he's been a demo monster. Chaussette, what a pass to Fruity. Fruity just couldn't put it on target. There was a lot of traffic to work through. Oh, Fruity, the miss gives Cooks a chance. Takes the shot. Chaussette picks up the save.
That miss from Fruity. Thought somebody would challenge after a communication error. Just waiting for the save. And Reciprocity, they stay alive. And they're just holding on. Almost a minute and a half in the game.
Shot, but it's light. Though well placed, saved by Ferra. A lot. Having to work just to go steal that boost and make the defense at least think he's going to go for the challenge, and that's happened more than a couple of times for Mouse. Chaussette in midfield. Oh, took the wide angle against the lot. Wants to go under speed.
No way!
Chaussette almost does it himself. Off that flip, another shot for Ferra.
There it is.
Scores. Reciprocity take the lead.
Chaussette is so good at making use of every single opportunity and space on the field. Sets it up beautifully for Ferra. And we thought he was going to dribble their whole team.
The sock is good at making you look silly.
Yeah.
Fruity. Cheating up on the kickoff. Once that carry, has to sacrifice the ball in the corner. Speed takes this one himself.
Double.
Mouse. Speed. Shot. Right into Chaussette. Twice. Saved. Reciprocity. Maintain the lead. There's been nothing for Mouse offensively in this series at all.
And that could have been the start to everything right now for Mouse. They needed that double touch, but the save came through for Reciprocity.
Speed with half the game to go. Cooks wants the pass to a lot, but now this buys time for Fruity to at least make a challenge. He couldn't get to it. It just buys Reciprocity time. Mouse currently with 2 minutes to go. Offense, it's on vacation.
Yeah.
Reciprocity's defense definitely owning up to being the best in the league so far.
They have to find the change, but how are you going to do it against Chaussette? Look at this space opening up for Ferra.
That shot just off the back wall. A chance for insurance for Reciprocity on the play. You don't want to let Mouse hang for too long, especially in a game 3 where they could start a reverse sweep. Speed catches it off the ramp. Wants a pop out, but he can't get it. Tried the carry. Cooks over Chaussette, and he's fast back to the ball. Cooks won that a lot. Off the touch from
Fruity's got to get the save.
And then Fruity takes it away.
Good recognition from Fruity as well. Being patient, not just forcing himself out of the net. He rotates around, stays in, and gets the save. Safe play from Reciprocity, but it pays off.
With 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining, if this score holds, and if Mouse cannot score a goal, Reciprocity will have had a perfect series to sweep their way into Madrid. Mouse haven't scored a single goal.
Yeah.
Fruity taking the ball away. Ferra and Cooks meeting in midfield on the challenge. Less than a minute now. Chaussette. Oh,
again.
So good. Possession, making defenders miss. And sometimes it's just so easy in midfield. Chaussette quick to this. Reciprocity running into each other. Ferra still behind the ball. Speed can't clear it away. Cooks, he's having some trouble, but he finds Speed down the field. It may be this. No, Fruity takes the ball away. Running out of time now on Mouse. They need to press here. Ferra, long clear. Fruity punches it in reverse. Cooks down the field.
25 seconds.
Has the ball. Fruity got the demo downfield.
No way, he's going in.
Chaussette air dribble. Insurance confirmed. 19 seconds remaining.
Chaussette, the man of the series, just air dribbles it beautifully into the back of the net. You see it there, the DreamHack champion. Everybody on Reciprocity feeling good, playing safe. The defense, the offense, Chaussette, the dribbles, everything on point for them.
Reciprocity firing on all cylinders. Chaussette, big series for him. Time expires.
That's it.
Pack up, get in the Airbus. We're going to Madrid. Reciprocity, not a perfect series, but that's okay. Mousesports pick up 1 for the road.
Yeah.
They'll have to try again in the playoffs to get to land.
Wow, Reciprocity, are you serious? And it wasn't just Chaussette. He was doing all the heavy lifting, but his teammates were definitely doing their part and setting him up and making it just a team effort.
Reciprocity, I mean, what more can we say? We've been talking about it all game. Chaussette, man, and you know, the demos, they weren't really an integral part. There was that demo at the end, though, that gave Reciprocity the insurance when Mouse were starting to put together some good counterattacks. And it took one demo for Chaussette to have an easy air dribble across the pitch into the net.
And I feel like that's probably a really good sign for Reciprocity, because it felt like at points, like we even talked about earlier, all the goals that Reciprocity got last weekend were off of demos. And now they come through. They kind of ease back a little bit on the aggression, focus more on passing. And now it's a perfect mix, a good combo. They're going to be scary going into Madrid.
Absolutely. This team, they started the season looking that scary, and we thought that they would be a real contender to the defending world champs. Now, if the defending world champs aren't even, they might not even go to Madrid. They still got to play in the regional championship. What an end to the season.
These last two series of today.
The last 3 series.
What's going on?
It's absolutely insane. We're done. League play's over. Leaf, guys, what's up?
Oh, you know, not much. How you doing, man? Yeah, it's pretty great over here. Exciting matches. Reciprocity getting their spot. Number one seed into the regional championships and guaranteeing themselves to land, which is great. I love the guys on that team. You know, Ferra's so adorable. Fruity's just an amazing guy, super fun to hang around. And Chaussette's a beast. He's quiet, but he's a beast when you're watching him play.
Chaussette, what a series there. We were talking about, watch out when he really wakes up as that best player in the world. He showed it this series, and they did it with style. Almost a perfect sweep. Obviously, 1 goal at 0 seconds. Besides that, Reciprocity came to play.
That would have been the 3rd ever perfect sweep, and of course they had to let the 1 in at the end, but they don't care. They're going to Madrid. They've auto-qualified for land already. They are the #1 seed in Europe. It's gotta feel so good.
We discussed needing something other than just Chaussette to help out. We got that. Ferra's midfield game was perfect this series. And then you see stuff like this from Chaussette. He creates opportunities, whether he's scoring it or someone else is. It does not matter. But getting that help is what makes Reciprocity so good. They're also a team returning to the World Championship. Last season, they were the only team to do that. It could happen again.
I love watching Ferra play. It's been so much fun to watch this guy go from being a player everyone slept on to being the leader of a team, and they're able to put up these stats to do it.
Yeah, no, it's such a weird fall, but we got to talk about Mousesports too. I mean, like, they have such this raw potential on this team, and it seems to fluctuate. Well, we talked about it at the beginning of the season too, and throughout that, you know, it's up and it's down, and just seem to be down again. What's that consistent factor for these guys? They have to figure out something to be consistent at that top level, because we know they can do it.
I mean, I was looking at the leaderboards, and obviously points don't dictate everything, but a lot of the times that they're winning, it's because speed is leading the charge. He was in talks of MVP for those reasons, because when he is aggressive and he's leading him down the field, everything else just kind of falls into suit. And we just didn't see that. He was relatively quiet until he got that goal at the end. It just, you didn't have that speed leading the charge downfield, the follow-up from Cooks. It didn't really exist. And then their shots were not hitting the net.
I feel like the team is very flashy. They're very high in the air. Let's go for the fun stuff. Let's bang off the backboard. Let's go for some double taps. Let's make it happen, right? And then they miss, and they're like, wait, there's nobody on defense, you know? Like, they're trusting Cookser to hold down that back line the whole time. And when he's there, he does great. But when there's nobody else, it's like this team is just so up and down, so roller coaster.
Well, joining me on the line to talk about how happy he is, I'm sure for sure, Fruity on the line. Congratulations. How are you, man?
Oh, thank you, Leaf. Thank you.
Feel good. I see the smile.
Great, man. I'm great. It feels like we're like qualifying the first time. You know, I was here like a couple seasons back, and we're doing the same thing, right? But now we made it back to back to back. It feels great, and we're #1 going into regionals. Crazy season, and yeah. I'm just so happy.
I was going to say, for me, like, I love the team just because, and especially you from the team, because it seems like you're always just happy to be there. You're always just, you know what, we made it, This is really cool, and it's the same thing every time. How does the rest of the team feel about it? Is everyone else just blowing up and smiles too?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't know. This is what we strive for every season, to make it to Worlds and getting the opportunity to win a World Championship, because that's where it matters. And everyone on the team is just super happy. I'm really happy that we have Yomi with us, so he can get that experience with being a coach. He's been amazing with us, and I'm just super proud of Ferra and Chaussette. Like, I couldn't ask for better teammates, so yeah, I'm really happy.
That's awesome. Let's just talk about the journey through this then. You know, coming into the season, you guys, along with Vitality, were, you know, the top 2 favorites looking at Season 8. It seemed like a slow start for most of EU in general. It seemed like that. What did it feel like to you guys? Did it feel like you did have a bit of a bumpy road getting there?
I think the Velocia series hurt, but like them making top 2 as well doesn't really make it look that bad. And losing to Vitality always sucks. So I don't know. In the end, I think our season so far has been great. Going into regionals, we're just going to be super confident. So yeah, we'll see how it happens.
I'd love to keep you on the line longer. Always fun to talk to you, but I'm just going to give you a chance right now to go celebrate and give a shout out to anybody, new org. You know, how's it been with Reciprocity?
I want to say a huge thank you to Reciprocity for picking us up and believing in us. So I'm super happy to represent them at Worlds, and I can't wait to see you all at Madrid.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you too, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you in a few weeks for regionals.
See ya.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I mentioned it to him right there. The one coolest thing about Fruity, I mean, there's a lot, but the one coolest thing about Fruity is that anytime he's at LAN, he still has that look in his eyes like, wow. I'm just happy to be here, guys. Yeah. This is really cool.
A lot of it has to do with his age. He is one of the older guys coming in the scene, and he has worked, you know, a 9 to 5. He understands what's the flip side of being on the losing end and not being able to do this as a career. So I commend him so much, not just for, you know, enjoying the experience for what it is, but the grind that he puts in. You see it in his stream. He's taking advantage of every opportunity. He's doing interviews with us, and those are the kind of things that make him stand out and why we're such huge fans of him.
It's so cool that we get the privilege to go and watch the best in the world play this game, and it's cool to also hear them consider it a privilege that they get to play, you know?
Yeah, and 3 world championships back to back to back now for them. And in the state of chaos that is Rocket League right now, we have Reciprocity. They're back again. So they're one of the few teams that are consistent right now, and that could pay off at Worlds.
Well, speaking of, the chaos that we saw through it, let's take a look back at today. This was no exception to the storyline.
What a day. We start off.
Just pick one.
Yeah. So Dignitas, what a dominating day for them, a 2-0, and then it came down to Vitality, TSM for a playoff spot. 1 goal on the line. Mousesports has 2 chances at top 2. They falter as well. Veloce, huge story from them.
I still just can't believe Veloce is already qualified. The auto-qualified
They are
league
going
play.
to Madrid, guaranteed.
They're going to Madrid.
Hey, don't forget, we saw with Rogue last season, Barcelona, you mentioned that game differential. Watch out, they look dangerous.
Yeah. They finished 3-4, plus 4 game differential. Only Reciprocity has a better one on the entirety of the season, but once again, Veloce number 2. Vitality, again, 1 game was the difference from 3rd or 7th. That's how close this was. And for TSM, a 3-4 finish, but they have to hold their heads high. It was a good season.
Yeah.
It's just everyone was just slightly better than them.
I want to say, oddly enough, those standings look more familiar to me than the North American standings look by the end of it. Like that looked a little closer
I don't think anything is possible to look more weird than North America right now.
Yeah, right?
I don't think there's anything that you could say, like, at the beginning of the season, this is how it's going to end, and we would be like, okay, yeah.
Which is crazy because that standings has a team going 0-7, which has only happened twice, I believe, in the history of competitive Rocket Leagues, so in RLCS. So yeah.
We're almost through the day, but we have a couple more things to get to. And one of those is our Player of the Day presented by Intel. Our final one for Week 5, Astral. He popped off big for Dignitas.
Yeah, a lot of it just happening. He's pretty much forcing his way to get a victory. There was a lot of times that we plagued accuracy this, accuracy that. One thing we did not question, though, was Astral's ability to make plays happen.
And watch out now, because it looks like he's ramping up. Like, this was his first major RLCS victories where he really is that spotlight. Now going into the regional championships, we talk about Barcelona, but Dignitas with Astral can make some noise as well.
Yeah, my big question mark on this team is still Yukio, but before it was just Violent Panda, and now we finally found his teammate here who's rivaling with him.
I think what really helped, though, is that I think they found a spot for Yukio as well that's allowing Astral to thrive a little bit more on the offense, too.
We discussed a lot when the Big 3 was still a thing, which is still going to take some time to get away from. It was about finding ways to get victories, even if the teams don't look the best. They still found ways to win, and that's what's exciting about Dignitas now. Even though Yukio may not be playing the best, they are still getting victories and getting themselves opportunities to make a run for Worlds. So, still a dangerous team. If Astral plays like that, watch out. It's scary.
And then when we looked at the bottom 2, like Dignitas came in, they had to win both of their series.
Right.
And they did just that. They had the hardest road to make playoffs, and they're here.
And now we have one more final important business to get to. I know the players definitely don't want us missing this one. It's our player accolades.
Yes.
Gibbs, you crunched the numbers. Where are we at?
So first, a cool $1,000 for all these accolade winners. We're going to go to Golden Striker Ronicky. Huge Week 5 performance. He gets the Golden Striker, but look at Barcelona just across the board. Him and Bluey, number 1 and number 2. And Chaussette, he almost made a run there at the very end, but Ronicky, he pulls off the Golden Striker. Then to clutch Playmaker. Well, it's Ronicky's teammate, Bluey. So Bluey, number 2 in goals, number 1 in assists. Speed, he actually had the lead going into that series, but he got 0 assists, so he just falls below. Devo up there as well. Once again, Barcelona, that number 1 offense in the league right now. And then finally, the savior of the season. Wayfun, go ahead and take this one away, because I know
It's Freaky. I know that guy. He's a friend of mine. That's super cool. Yeah, no, Freaky. I think it's so cool that he has won this award before, but it was back when I think his team went 1-6. Like, they absolutely got pounded. And this season, coming in as number 2 and also as the strongest team.
It's interesting to see as well, because he is a team that is on a team that has auto-qualified. They're going to Madrid. And normally we say, okay, shots are not a good thing. And in this league, that's usually the case, because when you're under that much pressure and demos are coming in and the aggression play style that we see from North America, usually you're playing defense and they're about to get scored on. They are second best in Europe and have that kind of defense.
And then Bluey again.
It's working.
Another top 3 performance for Saviors as well. So he was on the board on all 3 of those. Had a fantastic season.
Guys, this is the final chance I get to see you for another few weeks here before we get to the regional championship. So I just want to get some final thoughts here. Lawler, kick us off. What are your thoughts looking back at the season?
You know, some things remain constant, energy and reciprocity. After that, I don't know what's going on, and I love it. But I do know that there is more Rocket League to follow if you guys want to see more. South America is coming up next.
South America is coming up next. And next week, you guys are going to be like, there's no RLCS. What's happening? Well, hey, in Arlington, Texas, we're going to have the Collegiate Rocket League Finals, November November 9th. The tickets are $15 online. If you show up at the door, they're $20, which is pretty reasonable. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be hosting, so we'll have Corelli casting along with the other guys, and so they're going to be teaching me about everything Collegiate Rocket League. But I'm super excited because that is literally my hometown. I get to go work in my hometown,
nice.
watch some schools. I almost went to UNT too, so I'm kind of like slightly biased, but don't tell all the rest of the team. It's going to be lots of fun. It'll be great.
So one last order of business at the end of every season. Well, we have to give away our prediction trophy.
Oh,
so let me grab that real quick.
Was it me? This season,
I won back-to-back seasons, but this season, the one man that finished right behind me last season by 1 game was the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, where's the Chiefs? We need to present him the trophy.
He's just waiting. He's like,
and the Chiefs, I know we talked in the back. I think he wanted to congratulate Mousesports. It really helped him today with the 0-2.
Wow.
Well done to the Chiefs for his prediction trophy.
Okay.
Take it away, Chiefs.
Okay, well, I'm really sad now that I didn't win that because Mousesports. Oh no.
It just had to be better, man.
Just had to be better. It just had to be better. But anyways, that's it for this season. Let's take a look at what's going to be happening in 2 weeks as we look at the bracket presented by Axe. Wow, 2 weeks away, we hit our regional finals where we have 4 teams, 2 already decided, Veloce and Reciprocity, to go to Madrid, Spain. And speaking of Madrid, Spain, you need to get on and get your tickets. This is the last time I'm going to shout it out for a couple weeks, so they better be sold out by the next time I'm on screen. Tickets.rlesports.gg. But that is it for us. I'm Leafex signing off. See you in a few.
Corner boost steal, waiting for this pass from Bluey. Good pass off the corner. Shot from Ronicky. Just threatening him. Now Barcelona will get a long clear to the corner. Bounces out to Ronicky. Ronicky's shot just threads the needle.
And maybe a new era for Barcelona.
Miss from Flakes and Devo. Gonna try to make Greasy look silly.
Everyone wins, a bump out of the way. Follow-up from Ronicky, a 3-0 lead for Barcelona.
And extended all the way down by himself, gets it around the corner. The pass out to Yukio. Can he put the shot on target? No. Can he find the double tap? Oh, Panda! Dave, and he's looking for the transition.
Big block there from Barry Peak to kill the counterattack. It actually leaves K-Dop in a one-on-one. Actually beats Astral. He was right there.
It was so fast. Now looking for a second one here. Yukio's rail, and he died. What are you kidding me? This is the most amount of time that has come between those 2 goals, though. And now looking for the third. Oh, Kennefield puts it in despite the interference of the defense.
Fairy Peak was somehow in the right spot. Here's another chance for Remco. The 1v1, he gets it. The flick in, and he ties it up.
Huge miss from Fairy Peak. Metanaris, he's by 1, but K-Dop's already back. And pitches it down the field again. Already down for this. Fairy Peak, and it's in. Fairy Peak scores! The sniper from the top of the sidewall! Down the field,
25 seconds.
Has the ball. Fruity got the demo downfield.
No way, he's going in.
Is in. Shawset air dribble. Insurance confirmed.